hands together for Mark Mavambu, aka Young Phantom.
Hello everybody, I hope you're enjoying all the conversations here and I hope you all are learning something new. I was actually quite interested by the conversation there about autism and kind of like the music and how it affects, and even how music is a international language. I think that breaks down barriers. So what I want to talk about is breaking down the barriers and multiculturalism and how it has impacted the current Irish music scene in Ireland, and also the growth of hip hop, which kind of like had a moment in the early 2000s and then kind of died out, and then just kind of does a resurgence more recently now. So in terms of multiculturalism, if you think of like somebody like GMC or even Stevie G, they're directly or indirectly affected by it, because if it's technically a black culture thing, like it's initially from the Americans, the black Americans, that it created hip hop, or where it really came from, as he mentioned earlier, it's like Jamaica influenced that. And it's kind of like interesting how that sound traveled across to here, and it created somebody like Stevie G, and it created somebody like GMC, who also changed by meeting different people over time and became Calabanks, making alternative beats, when before he was kind of like an old school rapper, mainly focused on like old school style and kind of like the Biggie and Pac style of rap. And then when you see that change and that like growth, and you see that like the people around them and also the music that's changing and growing is affecting them and changing their personality and perspective as well, which is very interesting to see. There was a singer in Dublin by the name of Caddy Laffin, and she sings like R&B-ish music and kind of like alternative rock, and she raps sometimes, and it's kind of like, I don't think that was like, I never seen that before in Ireland until like I heard her music. I was kind of like, oh, what? There's this like blonde chick like playing a guitar, singing, and then suddenly rapping, and I was like, this is actually really cool. And it was just kind of like different to see. And it's kind of like, it shows that they're like the people that she hung around with, and also the kind of like the different genres of music affected her approach of music and changed her style of music. And now she adds some rap in it, and she adds like some different layers and styles in there, and it's kind of like you see the mix of genres into everything she does, which is like quite amazing to see, because I don't think in like 10 years ago you wouldn't see as much changes or as much influences as you would now, especially with kind of like the growth of hip hop in Ireland more recently, with artists like Reggie Snow and Rosengano family, who you can hear the Africanness in the music, but there's also an Irish twist, because the DJ and producer is actually My Name is John, who's an Irish producer. You can hear the kind of like mixed Irishness, Africanness, and Americanness, and it's great to see. I think music is one of the very few things in the world that can do that so fluidly, so clean, in such a precise way that you can tell the differences and also like understand them and really appreciate them. So Rosengano like really influenced me coming up, because one of my first shows I did, I opened up with them, and I was kind of like, whoa, because I avoided sounding Irish in all my music for a long time. I was like, I don't know, I don't really like feel like the accent is like gonna be accepted in like America or whatever. And I was like, not that I really had a strong accent or whatever, but it was kind of like, that's how I felt, you know, because I was like, oh, it seems uncool or whatever. And then, you know, I listened to them and I was like, this is amazing though. Like, I don't even care about the accent anymore. Like, this is just great. And then I listened to like GMC and stuff, and I was like, whoa, I'm actually kind of like this, you know. And then that kind of influenced me to kind of change my perception of kind of like Irish hip hop and Irish music. And people like Demola and even Jafaris, though, like if you listen to Dublin hip hop, it has its own sound now. It no longer sounds like American hip hop. It no longer sounds like it's grime hip hop precisely. You can see the influences, you can see the nooks and crannies and the things that they took from there. But there's an Irishness to it. There's something different to it, and I think that's where the progression of Irish hip hop and even the Irish music is going, which is great to see. And even I heard a death metal rock band that rap, and I was like, whoa, this is different, because like he was like roaring for a while, and I was like, okay, this is death metal. Like I listened to it, I've seen like performed a lot of artists like that, and then he started rapping, and I was like, whoa, what's happening here? Like this is really cool. This is like heavy drums and heavy guitar and then rap, and it was just that progression in music alone is kind of like it shows the multiculturalism and how kind of like punk rock and even like death metal and all that is being everything is being interconnected, everything is kind of moving together, like the globalization that's happening all around the world. So I was very like I'm in awe of the Irish music scene right now, and being a part of it, I'm just kind of like happy, because I decided to kind of like try out different things and make more alternative and conceptual music and just try to mix whatever genres I like and not just like stick to just hip hop beats or just stick to just hip hop because that's like the norm. So it's great to see that like people are pushing boundaries and keep moving forward. And I think in the next 5-6 years we'll see some amazing acts coming up that are just doing something different. And like even like being in Electric Picnic, I saw a lot of artists with bands and rap artists, and you don't really know what genre a band is anymore because they be singing for like 5 songs. Out of nowhere there's rap, out of nowhere it's really rock, out of nowhere it's like alternative soft rock even, and you're like, wait, so what genre are you? They're just like, we just make music. And that's I think that's great to see, and that's really like super dope. And I'm just like proud almost, it's like, yes, I'm a part of this. And I think everyone should try to get involved, and just if you check out some of the Irish musicians, it's really great. I think the Word Up Collective in Dublin, it was a group of like different artists, and everyone kind of has their own genre. And like even like the rappers don't sound like each other. Everybody's doing something different. Even the writing style, it's like the poeticness and even like how they put words together. It's completely different, and that's something really great to see. And anyway, my name is Young Fan YP. I hope you all learned something about multiculturalism and also hip hop in Ireland. And you should really check it out and check out the young upcoming artists coming through. And shout out to people like Stevie G and GMC for actually helping these artists grow and actually get like the attention and get shows and get known. And I appreciate everybody for bringing me here. Thank you.
Thank you.